Trabuco Hills and Blair High School go to triple overtime in the quarterfinals of the Division IV CIF Boys Basketball Playoffs. Those highlights and more coming up next on South County SportsZone. Hello everyone and welcome to South County SportsZone. We have another great show of high school highlights for you. Coming up in the second half of the show, we have girls playoff hoops action, and we'll get our first look at boys lacrosse. Checking out that action for the first time this year. We tip it off with the boys and an amazing basketball game between Blair and Trabuco Hills. This one would not be decided until triple overtime. Let's roll the highlights. It's the Division IV quarterfinals. The Blair Vikings from Pasadena, California, on the road against the Trabuco Hills Mustangs, wearing the white. First quarter action, Joseph Riggins, turnaround jumper. Sweet shot right there. It's Trabuco by 3, 7-4. Hall misses from the outside. Silver gets the rebound, kicks it out to Karst for 3. Mustangs lead by 4. It's 10-6. Vikings would trim the lead to 1. Green passes to Riggins, grabs and shoots. Three-pointer is good. What a shot. 11-10 Trabuco. Mustangs extend their lead to 5. Isaiah Dolores drives the lane, lays it in. 17-12 Trabuco into the first. We go to the second. Mustangs on the break. Dolores to Karst. He beats the defense for 2. Still a 5-point game, 23-18. And then Jaleel Hunter with the steal. Hunter throws down the one-hand slam to give Blair the lead, 25-23. Jonas Silver to Warnick. Scott Warnick hits a big 3. Trabuco's down by 1. And then Warnick hits again for 3. Still a 1-point game. Blair leads 30-29. We go to the break. Coach Sullins and the Mustangs huddled up at halftime talking some strategy. Trabuco takes the lead back in the third. Hall with the steal to De Lorez. He finishes. It's Mustangs by 4, 51-47. Later in the third, Joseph Riggins with another sweet shot. He hits that fadeaway. Blair trails by 7, 58-51. We go to the fourth. Riggins to Freeman for 2. That trims the Trabuco lead to 4, 62-58. Just over 4 minutes left. Trabuco trails by 1. Sochi Karst spin move in the lane. Good and 1. Karst converts. Mustangs lead by 2, 65-63. Vikings would come back and take the lead. Hunter no good. He misses the second attempt, but Sharon gets the follow-up and 1. Blair leads it 68-67. And then less than 20 seconds of play. Mustangs trail by 2. Carter Pexon reined one in to give Trabuco the lead, 72-71. Blair would tie it up 72-all end of regulation, and we're going to overtime. Devin Williams dribble drives. He pivots. He turns. He shoots. Mustangs take the lead by 1, 74-73. Riggins would tie it up. Another amazing shot. It's 76-76 after the first overtime. We go to the second OT, and it's Riggins with another clutch shot. Vikings lead by 2, 78-76. And then Isaiah De Lorez ties it up on the other end. We're all square, 78-78. Trabuco would get a stop, and they go outside to Pexon for 3. Mustangs lead 81-78. And in the final moments of the second overtime, freshman Nathan, he gets the shooter's bounce. It's good. We're tied 84 all after the second overtime. We move to the third OT, and the Mustangs would pull away. De Lorez, he's got to get the open layup, and Trabuco leads by 7, 91-84. Mustangs keep the pressure up. Sochi Karst, strong move to the basket for 2 more, and the lead is still 7. And Trabuco Hills, they win a thriller in triple overtime and advance to the semifinals.
So coming in, Blair has two guys averaging 49 a game between the two of them. Number 10, number 0, absolute just dudes. And the game plan was to make everything as difficult as possible for them and try to make their 4th and 5th options go. And for the most part, early on, they adjusted really well and got some layups. Our guys adjusted to what was going on. Anytime you have a triple overtime game in the playoffs, I mean, you got nerves on both ends, and that's just two groups of basketball players going at it. And I mean, we had 6 seniors play, 5 of them were in double digits. And I mean, that's just like our culture that we've got. We've got 7 seniors on this group. Out of the 12 on our roster, 2 have had older brothers come through the program. 3 of our 12 have younger guys on the bench today that got called up for the playoffs. It's just having that family atmosphere and everybody being able to be a part of this game where it's a triple overtime game in 99-92, as fun as it gets. And we're moving on to the semifinals. I couldn't be prouder of our seniors.
What a basketball game. Amazing effort by both teams. Trabuco Hills pulls out the victory 99-92 over Blair. Aliso Niguel High School Division III semis. Gahr Gladiators from Cerritos, California. Wolverines of Aliso Niguel. It's a packed house and a loud crowd at Aliso for this one. Wolverines would take the early lead. Jaden Meissen sinks it from outside. Wolverines by 4. It's 9-5. Gahr would tie it up. Austin Woon gets the rebound, and he's going to finish it off. We're all square, 10-10. Jake Keys breaks the tie on the other end. He hits for 3, and it's 13-10, Aliso Niguel. Final seconds of the first, Tejan misses from the outside, but Keys gets the board and scores. Aliso leads 15-12 after 1. Second quarter, Bryce Titus. He's going to miss the runner. Kingston Nathaniel gets the follow-up. Gahr trails by 1, 16-17. Gladiators would go on a run. Arcian Cruz Davis. He drains the 3 ball. Gahr leads by 9, 28-19. And then Aliso trailing by 8. Wyatt Richmond. He hits another huge 3 to trim the lead to 5. It's 32-27. Final seconds of the second. Irabarn with the steal for Aliso, and the freshman finishes, cuts the lead to 3, 32-29. Coach Gurley and the Gladiators have the advantage at the break. And a good look at Coach Barnett with some words and support for his sophomore point guard. Aliso goes on a 5-0 run to start the third. Richmond drains the 3. Wolverines lead 34-32. But Bryce Titus, he answers on the other end. He hits for the Gladiators. 2-point bucket ties it. 34-34. Later in the third, Wyatt Richmond with a big block for Aliso. Wolverines lead by 6, 52-46 at that point. We pick it up in the fourth. Aliso up by 8. Titus trims the lead to 5. Sophomore shooting guard having a good game for the Gladiators. A little later, Woon behind the back pass to Montgomery. He banks it in. Gahr still trails by 5, 56-51. Final 2 minutes and Aliso would go on a run. Keys to Richmond for 2. The lead is 7, 61-54. And then Henry Colston steals the inbound pass. He gives it up to Meissen for the layup. Aliso leads by 9, 63-54. Wolverines pull it out in the fourth, and Aliso Niguel punches their ticket to the Division III championship.
I thought we did a much better job in the second half on the defensive end. I thought we competed harder. I thought we did a better job on the defensive boards, and I thought we shared it better in the second half. First half, the ball was sticking. We weren't shooting the ball well, but I thought at the end of the first half, we got a nice steal to finish the half, had a big shot, so sort of kept us close. And then I thought we had a really nice third quarter, and just sort of kept it from there.
Wolverines keep the run alive. They survive and advance with a 66-59 win over Gahr. Congratulations to Coach Barnett and the Wolverines. Aliso Niguel will face off against the Murrieta Mesa Rams in the Division III championship game. And also, congratulations to Coach Sullen and the Trabuco Hills Mustangs. Trabuco Hills knocked off Norte Vista in the semis. They will face Colony High School in the Division IV championship game. Good luck to both squads. And in other news, congratulations to the Mission Viejo High School competitive cheer team. They took first place in their division at the Jams Nationals in Las Vegas. And also, congratulations to the Capo Valley competitive cheer squad. They took second place in their division at the Jams, and Capo Valley took first place overall in the song category. Good job, everyone.
The greatest thrills and excitement are awaiting you right in your own backyard. The CIF Southern Section and your SoCal Ford dealers encourage you to go to a game at your local high school. Unbelievable action is right in your community. You'll be amazed at what you've been missing. Supporting your local school has never been more fun. Go to a game this week.
And welcome back to South County SportsZone. We have boys lacrosse highlights coming up. We tip it off with the ladies. A quarterfinal matchup in the Division III playoffs. It's Oxnard taking on Trabuco Hills. Center court at Trabuco Hills High School. The Oxnard Yellow Jackets out of the Channel League taking on the CV League champions, the Lady Mustangs of Trabuco Hills. Trabuco would score first. Elizabeth Tapper with the steal, and Tapper lays it in for the Mustangs, and they lead it 2-0 in the early going. Later, game tied at 8-all. Destiny Herrera hits the three to give Oxnard the lead 11-8. Yellow Jackets would extend their lead. Gia Engel buries the three. Oxnard goes up by 9, 17-8. And then final seconds of the first, it's Malika Garavi hits for three. Mustangs trail by 8, 19-11. We go to the second, and more long-range shooting. Jenica Becerra drains the three for Oxnard. Yellow Jackets by 9, 22-13. Mustangs answer with back-to-back baskets. Wong with the layup in transition trims the lead to 5, 22-17. Later in the second, Sam Reinders from behind the arc. Bang! Trabuco trails by 8. It's 28-20. And then it's Reinders to Madeline Hales for three. That trims the Oxnard lead to 4, 31-27. Coach Mackey and the Mustangs talking second half adjustments, and Oxnard seeking to keep the lead in the second half. Third quarter, Jenica Becerra steps up. She hits the three for the Yellow Jackets. They lead by 10, 42-32. Gretchen Grant misses her first attempt, but battles for the follow-up and scores. And it's 47-36, Oxnard. Then later, it's Tapper to Grant for two more, and the Mustangs trail by 10, 41-51. Mustangs make a comeback in the fourth. Wong with the steal. Passes to Tapper for two. It's a 4-point game, 52-48, Oxnard. And then Elizabeth Tapper drives the lane and scores. Trabuco trails by just 2, 55-53. But Oxnard would go on a run down the stretch. Herrera feeds Cunningham for the open layup, and the Yellow Jackets lead by 11. They would close it out against the Mustangs to advance to the Division III semifinal. Final score on this one, Oxnard 64, Trabuco Hills 53. We go to the Den at Aliso Niguel High School. Boys lacrosse, first game of the season, non-league matchup between the Vista Murrieta Broncos and the Aliso Niguel Wolverines. Aliso wearing the white would score first. Madden with the assist to Reagan Sanchez. Fired that overhand shot in, and it's 1-0 Wolverines. Parker Cumberford would make it 4 in a row for Aliso. Shoots falling down, and the black and teal leads it 4-0. Broncos would get on the board. Caden Rush scoops up the loose ball, and he will score for Vista Murrieta. That makes it 4-1. The lead is just 3. Later in the first, Finn Strid makes a move from behind the net. He feeds Chase Owen, who scores from short range. It's 5-3. Aliso leads by 2. Wolverines would add 2 more goals in the first. Comerford slings it in, and Aliso leads 7-3. They're up by 4 into the first. We go to the second. Vander Meerway running and cradling. Passes to Peterson, and Jack Peterson gets the goal for Aliso. It's the Wolverines by 5. It's 8-3. Broncos answer on the other end. Finn Strid fires it in for Vista Murrieta. Makes it 8-4. They trim the lead in half. Aliso would go on a run. Vander Weerme gets the goal right back, and the lead is 5. 9-4, Wolverines. And then Ethan Madden, he's going to beat the defense, and he beats the keeper to put Aliso up by 8. 12-4. And then just before the half, Madden scores again to extend the lead to 9. Aliso Niguel on top, 14-5 at the break, and it's time for a timeout. We pick it up in the third. Noah Clovis gets the goal from Vista Murrieta. Broncos trail 15-6. A little later, Carter Miller makes a move, and he shoots, and he scores for the Broncos. That cuts the lead in half. It's 16-8. Later in the third, Ethan Madden gets another goal for Aliso, extends the lead to 9. It's 17-8 at this point. We go to the fourth. Clovis passes to Carter Miller. Miller makes a move, and he scores from a tough angle. Nice shot. 3 goals in a row for the Broncos makes it 17-11. And then later in the fourth, Parker Comerford adds a final goal for Aliso. That would be the exclamation point in the match for the Wolverines. Parker Comerford, he led the way in this one. 5 goals for that young man, and Aliso Niguel wins it 18-12 over Vista Murrieta. Another episode is in the books here at The Zone. We'll be back next week. We're going to have some baseball highlights and more high school highlights for you when South County SportsZone continues next week.